You're tuning in to Past Our Prime,
a show powered by Squad Locker.
Here are your hosts, retired Astros minor league star Tip Fairchild and former Patriots All-Pro center Dan Copen.
Welcome to Past Our Prime, episode 22. He's Tip, I'm Dan. Episode 22. Didn't we say that was a cutoff line for something?
Something
before?
special happened between episode 19 and 22. I remember Dan a few episodes back said, I'm going to do something special, and you're going to know about it by episode 22. And here we are.
Oh.
Remember when you said that?
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
That's
when
what
I
I was
said
talking
there was something maybe on the calendar.
On the calendar coming up.
Okay, yeah.
That was at the beginning of May, and it happened.
It did happen. I'm just coming back to normalcy.
It's been days, so it was
been a couple
good.
days.
It was a good time. So here's what I did today, because if you're a Patriots fan, a Tom Brady fan in general, which I am, which a lot of listeners are. About the Derby.
You get your popcorn here. This place smells amazing.
It smells unbelievable in here. Pop
good,
Secret, buttered.
Why do you have popcorn?
I popped the popcorn because this is a day for me to just sit back and listen to these stories because I want to know it all. So I popped some popcorn because I'm just gonna. This is like going to the movies today, everybody.
Is it? I mean, we don't have anybody coming on today.
This is just us.
It feels like I'm going to be interviewed right now.
Oh yeah, I have questions. I have bullet points. I'm ready to go. The popcorn. I need a little bit more water though. I think because the popcorn kernels are a little tough. But I popped the popcorn. We're ready.
We can figure it out.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about right now, are you actually getting us water, Max?
You want one?
Oh wow!
I
Look at you.
have a water. Thank you, Max.
Send somebody to go fetch it for us, Max. So, for those of you who don't know, and didn't maybe watch the national coverage because this guy was all over it, Dan just went to the Kentucky Derby, which you've done. How many years have you done it?
Oh, I've gone a lot.
Is it like 6 or 7 times that the group in general has gone?
No, I mean, I think I want to. Someone asked me this the other day. I think I've been 12 times.
Get out of here! Is it that many?
I think we've been going since 04, 05.
Wow,
and that was.
I didn't realize it was that many times.
What, 16 years ago? I know I missed a few years in there. With some conflicts and whatever happens or whatever.
Wow.
But I want to say probably been about 12 times.
I see. I didn't realize it was that many, Max. He's been 12 times. I thought it was probably like 6, 7 times. But so
the group.
I guess
it's a good group, right?
Yeah. So let's go through the group because this is something that a lot of people have seen, right? And as social media gets bigger and bigger, it's like I saw people on Twitter like, it's not the Kentucky Derby until the Brady group picture comes out, which is pretty accurate. It's like, big celebrity there, big group. I've seen you in the picture half a dozen times easily, probably 10 times.
Yeah, usually that picture is taken in front of the plane.
That's right.
That's kind of where we usually take that picture. And that's just changed over time, really. And like you said, with social media, but it's been a solid group. Obviously, people have stuff going on now in their lives. We're not 25. We're not 27 years old anymore. We got families. We got commitments. So it changes on a year-to-year basis. But that core group of guys, usually it are invited, and whether they can make it or not, they come. It really started out probably with like Izzo and Brewski and Vrabel. Welker got in there kind of maybe a couple years late because he didn't get here till 07. Paxton, a bunch of Tommy's buddies.
Yeah,
it seems down.
You can. The picture's funny to me.
It's a mixed group. It's a great group, and we all get along really good. We have a good time, and we enjoy the Derby.
Yeah, well, lots of questions coming, Dan. And that's the thing. It is a mixed crew because it's definitely not all football players. Because when you look at the picture, sometimes you laugh because you're like, look at these football players, big guys, linemen, guys that are tall. You see Brady, and then you'll see like definitely a couple like business people there, like non-football aspect to it.
It's a mix. There's a little bit of a mix.
A little bit of a mix. So the core, how does it start? So a few weeks ago you mentioned this. You're like, I got a message And then we talked about it on an episode where you're like, something might come up where something's on the calendar.
Yeah, there was just
this starts how?
It's a text chain.
Text chain.
You know, you got the group.
Got it.
And it's just a text, hey, who's available to go to the Derby?
That's usually how it starts.
And, you know, I mean, like now, I mean, Vrabel and Welker and Izzo,
Yep.
you know, those guys had something more important to do, which the draft was last weekend. So they were actually working. So they obviously could not make it.
Is the draft always then? Around that time?
You know,
that's topic 2 if we get to it today.
I don't think it used to be, or actually, I mean, no. When those guys were, I remember Izzo. I think Izzo got into coaching first, especially at the NFL level, because Vrabel was at Ohio State, so obviously they don't have a draft there, so it doesn't affect him at that point. I want to say I remember Izzo missing a few of them because of that. So
got it.
I think it is kind of around that same time. Usually, I think they may have moved it too.
That's what I couldn't remember.
Because wasn't the draft usually in late April?
Yes, I'm
so
pretty
I think
sure.
they moved it back maybe a week, and now it's a major conflict for those guys. Which I would think that they need to rethink their, you know, what their career aspirations are. Do they really want to continue coaching and miss the Derby every weekend?
They're gonna have to think about it.
That's a tough choice, you know, especially knowing what goes on.
The group message goes out. Is it a actual text or is it an audio message?
Text.
Full text message. Hey, who's in? We're doing this up. Planes are gathering. Stars are aligning.
That usually seems to be the biggest piece on how to get there. Because
we were talking a week before this, less than that, and you were like, "Yeah, it's going to be a little bit sloppy. I don't think I'm going to go." Derby's off.
You know, I mean, here, yeah. Because so you're wearing B. Draddy out of Summit Golf Brands. I'm wearing a lovely Zero hoodie, which, by the way, I think I want to sleep in this thing.
Yeah,
I've worn it like 4 times. And I've had it for a week.
Very nice. You were generous enough to give me this out of your grab bag because Summit Brands, which is Zero, B. Draddy, Fairway and Green, does a ton with the Derby. Like lots of corporate sponsorship. This is the official logo, Max. You see this? Sharp.
It's good.
Right?
Hey, those brands sound familiar.
Oh, yeah. We got them here at Squad Locker. It's amazing, right? Corporate stores have them. Like golf teams have them. It's incredible. So those brands are awesome.
So they sent me
Mike Smith.
Mike sent me a nice gift package, which was a nice perk. Quarter zip in there, hoodie in there, the Z1500 Zero jacket. I texted
He showed me the picture of it.
Tip knows I got the package in. He's like, okay, what's in it? What's in it? And then I showed him a picture of this, the quarter zip. Or is it a full zip? No, it's full zip. It's a jacket.
Oh, it's full?
I think it's a full.
Nice.
Well, no, it's quarter zip. It might be a quarter zip.
Yeah.
But what's different about the Z1500 from the 1400, I believe, it has a hood. And all you said, oh my God, it has a hood.
So by the way, these are jackets that are like super high end. It's Gore-Tex, fully waterproof. I mean, you buy them at a pro shop, it's a $405 item, $500 item, and it's worth every penny, and it's going to last literally forever. And then Dan pulls one out of the bag, and it's laying there with the logo on it, and then he sends me a picture, and it has a hood. I almost fell out of my chair.
Oh my God, it has a hood.
It's amazing. So you got the brands, you got the stuff down, so you have that part of it. So there's all this organizing of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
But last minute,
well, I was going to go down. I was going to end up going down somewhere in meeting 12, and get back and get. And a lot of people, a lot of his buddies call him 12.
Yeah,
it just makes it easy.
I'm taking that on.
It's kind of like baseball talk, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, 2-4 or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Go.
It's good dugout talk.
Now. Yeah, I got you.
So that's one of his nicknames. And it was just about trying to get there logistically. You know, everybody's got families and kids, and you know, I've got to get back to a dance competition. So that first avenue of getting down there wasn't going to work anymore.
Right.
And like I said, I was out. You know, if I can't get
you
back,
said you were out, and I said, no, you were not out. You find a way.
I texted back to whoever I needed to text to. I was like, hey, if I need to get back Saturday night, early Sunday morning, whatever the case may be, I need to go to a dance competition for my daughter, who crushed it, by the way.
I saw some pictures of that.
Look, crap.
incredible.
She's doing flips and shit all
how
over.
old is she?
She's 10.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
doing crazy stuff.
It was pretty impressive. Her first competition, she did a solo, so she did great. We were so proud of her.
And you got back in time.
Cool.
Dad of the year right there. That's
got
what
back
a weekend.
in time. Took a nap in the morning first, and then we went to the competition, so it worked out good.
Got it. So you hopped on the.
This is tough for me right now.
Oh, I'm all over.
You know what I mean?
I'm
I know. This is tough because this is like, I am. This is like a fun weekend for everybody. Yeah. And by the way, I mean, it's not like it's like crazy or whatever. It's just a good weekend, and obviously you're going with a guy who's the greatest football player of all time. You know, very
human being.
Oh, you. You know, he's very, very. He's a magnet for media, I guess. I don't know.
It's wild.
He's very talked about, and people want to take his picture. I don't know.
So here's how this played out at Squad Locker a little bit. Dan comes in the day before, and we're like, man, if we had well, first of all, you went to Blueprint 5 in East Greenwich, which is a great place to get men's wear. Like I go in there, and
that actually worked. The problem with those places, I thought nothing was going to fit.
Well,
right?
You're slim, 240.
But still, you go in there. It's like I go into another place or whatever, and you try a 3X jacket on. And it feels like a large sometimes.
Well, or it feels like a tent because it's the only side that just like drapes off you. It's like not right. So,
but we ended up getting some stuff.
You got it all tailored up the day before. That was huge because it's all about the fit at the Kentucky Derby. Like everybody knows that. So, and you had a sharp fit. You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, at 240. What is it?
Right. That was 244 or something like that now. I'm sub 250, which is good.
You're getting down there. That's good.
Haven't been there since junior year in high school.
So you had the hat on.
I had a hat. Yeah.
You had the jacket. I think the pinstripe.
I think I've worn that hat like 4 times in a row.
Yeah, we might have to get a new hat for next year for you. That's going to be my mission.
I like that hat.
That'll be my gift to you at some point. I'll find another. Those are expensive hats, though, usually. So might need to use a credit card for that one. So you got the hat. You had the pinstripe jacket. Then I thought you wore your true shoes. I said, hey, because I saw a picture of you, which we'll get to in a minute, Max. But you're like, no, I got some nice shoes too.
Yeah, no, I actually needed dress shoes because I don't dress up that much, so that was probably a good purchase.
Okay, good. End. So you were dressed to the nines. What's that mean, Max? By the way, do you know what dressed to the nines mean? Dressed to the nines, right?
No, I mean, I think I looked pretty. I dressed comfortable. It was good.
Yeah,
but
you were derbied out. You had a good derby look.
But they go crazy down there too. Well, it doesn't have to be like this expensive stuff. It's guys are in t-shirts. They're in freaking you flowered shirts or whatever. My buddy Paxton had like a black crazy like fluorescent colored flowers on it or whatever. He said he got it like 10 years ago. He's never worn it. It's probably like a $50 shirt.
Well, so
you took the bait. In there.
You took the bait that I was putting out there because 12 was dressed to the nines.
He usually does.
Was that Tom Ford? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure it probably.
I mean, every single meme and everything was like this Dr. Dredd or Who Framed Roger Rabbit bad guy or whatever.
I think I saw one. The one was the best, and my buddy texted me afterwards. He's like, "Look at this one." He's like, "He looks like the guy who just killed Roger Rabbit."
Yes. So Max, you're gonna have to put that picture in now. Okay. So talk about a drastically different weekend. Okay. So I'm in the middle of swim lessons. And you're in the middle of the derby. You called me. You're like, I'm taking a leak right now, but like we're walking in.
Yeah,
you were all fired up. This was 1:00 probably. So I'm like, okay, if Dan's getting there, I'll check the Kentucky Derby site or check the Twitter feed or whatever. First picture that pops up. First picture, and we were talking about getting Dan a lapel pin that said Squad Locker on it. He's like, give me a lapel pin. I'll put the Squad Locker logo on the lapel pin. It'll be perfect.
that would have worked good.
We would have loved it. First picture that pops up, it's on the Derby homepage, it's on ESPN, it's on every single People magazine.
Social
it's
media.
On every single thing is a picture right close up. Brady's in the foreground or background and Dan's in the foreground walking right beside him you can see the area, the little slit where the lapel pin would have gone right on the jacket. It would have been perfect product placement there. What a great picture, though.
We can superimpose it. After the fact,
we're gonna have to.
I'm sure someone around here could probably pull that off.
We're gonna have to. That was what a great shot of you going in. I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. Like how was the walk in? Was it wild? Was there paparazzi everywhere? Are you used to paparazzi? Are you a paparazzi guy?
I don't,
Not as much now, probably, but like, Patriots and stuff, people all over the place.
It was different back when I played, though.
Different
it wasn't,
now, yeah.
It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk in, there's some pictures or cameras or anything like that, and especially with Tom or whatever. I think it was just the positioning I was in the group that sort of worked.
You were the lead blocker.
It sort of worked.
You were the
I don't
lead- you
even
were
know
the
how
lead
I got
blocker.
there. We're just walking in. But it was definitely less people. I want to, there were probably like less than 50% capacity down there.
Still 52,000 people there, I
but
think was the number I saw.
Yeah, 2 years ago it was 170.
No,
thousand.
you can fill that place because the infield can
the
take 100,000
infield wasn't
people,
there,
basically.
and it was enough people in there to be socially distanced in the stands and wherever it was in the private
Yep.
section. That percentage was down as well.
What's the drink of choice when you get up into the suite? Beers up there, mint juleps. What?
There's, mint juleps. You have to.
You got to have one, probably, right?
You have to have one or a half. That's like straight gasoline. Have you had one?
Yeah, I don't love I don't love like mojitos and mint. I don't like
agree.
mint in the drink.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
too
a big
much.
mojito guy with the mint.
Yeah.
And it's straight bourbon.
But we
too.
were at a party though on Derby night with some friends, and I had one.
Okay, that's
The host.
Yeah, I had one. I had one down there.
The hostess.
I had one. Hostess.
Yeah. All I could think about was the treats. Hostess treats.
Oh, delicious.
Those are so good.
They are so
She
good.
made some of the drinks, so I had one. It was fine. I'll drink one, but I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to go order that at a bar probably.
No, I don't think you'd be able to walk out of the bar if you
That's
had
true.
a few more of those.
So you had one for the
For the tradition.
tradition of it, right? And then is it just Bud Lights, Miller Lights in there? Like, what's the spread like? Give us it's good food.
It's the food you ordered. It was like a sweet this year,
Yeah.
right?
What Brady
It was
smell
different.
like?
Smelled like roses. He smelled like roses.
I'm deep into the questions
he
now.
just
but-
got done running. He smelled like like the wreath of roses around his neck.
exactly. So some drinks up there, just an experience. But you weren't there for that long. How many
No.
races did you see?
We got there probably around 12:31.
Yeah,
So Derby's the 12th race. We probably
5 or
saw 6 races.
Did you put any bets down?
Yeah.
We win anything? Or
No. We
Nothing.
won in life. Memories are
That's true.
priceless.
That's true. There you go.
Memories,
Good answer.
Memories are priceless.
Good answer. I made one bet, and because we've been eating so much Panera in here for lunch, we order lunch from Panera a lot. Panera plug. Maybe we can send this to Panera and get some coupons. I saw the horse soup and sandwich. And all
Yeah.
it always
Yeah.
says soup and
Yeah.
sandwich. I was like, I'm going
No,
on.
yeah, you got to go on some names.
I was like,
No
I'm going
doubt.
on soup and sandwich. It just feels right. Soup and sandwich was in first, was like running hard. It was the horse that was like white. Like I like gray horses. This horse was like almost like white. It was so gray. Flying the whole race. I'm like, this guy's got it. Like he's literally dead last. Like couldn't have fallen off the pace more than soup and sandwich. So
When we get to that point, he realizes he's not going to win. He probably just
yeah,
pulls them
just
back
literally
a little bit.
backed off.
The best,
backed off.
The one thing that we like to do a lot of times, and we have my buddy Paxton, we call him Long Shot Lonnie, and sometimes he wins on that long shot. He likes to play those a lot. But when you go in the group, it's actually fun to kind of bet with the group as well.
Yeah.
And we had a buddy who had a horse in the race, and then we were on to another horse. So those two obviously didn't come in. Medina Spirit did, so it wasn't. I don't think financially a good weekend for a lot of people there, but
Or you're going for
again,
the
we
big
had-
shot. You're going for the long shot, right? Because that ends up
They
being.
weren't long shots, though. I mean, the one was probably more of
Yeah.
a long shot, but
Well, there's some cool stories. So there was a group of 4 or 5 guys from Brown, from football players that
about
bought a
that?
horse. And like literally it was their 3rd horse that they had, which is really rare
Yep.
in this industry, that they bought for not a big sum. Ends up getting to the Derby. I mean, great story behind that one. They always do a good job telling the stories for the Derby. I always like to watch that. So that was interesting.
did you see they got 25% of that horse? He finished 3rd,
Yep.
but they're flying in from Raleigh on Southwest. Which, by the way,
It was
I love Southwest.
Oh, love Southwest. Another plug. We're full of plugs today.
Their cancellation policy and getting their money back or rebooking is
No,
fantastic.
and it said
it's
there
easy
was
to
a
get
way
around.
that those guys wanted to, kind of do what we do. Like they wanted to continue to just be able to be with their buddies and talk to their buddies. And what was a good way to do that? They started an LLC and put like $1,000 in each and like went in on a horse.
That is a great.
That's a cool idea.
Brown people are smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the best thing about that weekend is, and we talk about it all the time, is like you don't have to talk to these guys once a week. Whenever you talk to them, it's fine, but that bond is always there.
Yeah.
So when you get back to them, you just get in the flow and have a good time again.
Absolutely. So
you're just peppering right now.
I know, but I got a good one. So Max, we'll put this in too. So during the pre-race, there's an interview with Belichick and Baffert. You don't even know this probably.
No, I don't.
So they interviewed Belichick because he's got how many? 8 rings? 7?
He's got 6, and he's got 2 at the Giants, so he's probably got 8, right?
Right, yeah. And Baffert has 6 Kentucky Derby
at that time, yes.
At that time,
yeah,
right?
Before the race.
And they interviewed, it was Mike Tirico interviewed Baffert and Belichick together, and they were talking about winning and
this
championships.
is current though, right?
Current. This was before the race,
right,
20 minutes before the race.
Right, but they pre-recorded it like last week or something.
Yeah, pre-recorded.
But it's not like a year ago.
No. Pre-recorded like a week ago, probably a couple days ago before the race. So that was on. The second that came on, I said, "Oh, here we go." They're talking to Belichick. When they pan back to the crowd, it's going to TB12, and I wonder if Dan's going to be in the shot. So I started recording it, and then I forgot, and I just was like sitting there watching it because it was a long interview. It was good too. Comes back on. Who's front and center in the picture, Max, for a minute on the National Derby schedule? It's Dan in the background, high-fiving, fist-pounding. You were fired up. Something was getting you going. You must have like put a good bet in, or you were ready to rip.
I wish I could tell you what point that was during the day.
Well, it was about 6:25.
Oh, okay.
So it was 15 minutes before race.
Yeah.
So
we're probably just gearing up.
Yeah. Guess what? The lapel thing was right in front and center again. It would have been perfect. So we'll maybe plug that picture in too, Max. But
superimposed.
You were fired up. It looked like you were having a good time.
Squad locker on there too.
By the way, it looked like there wasn't anybody beside you guys in the box beside you. Were they spaced out?
No, there was
people are in
the
and out
box.
probably. Okay.
Yeah, people were in the box.
Yeah, you had good seats. We'll put up a picture.
It was
actually
different this year. I was wondering how it was going to be because there's a lot of hoopla that goes around the Barnstable Gala, Barnstable Brown Gala that they usually have, and that's who brings in a lot of these big name people. Obviously, I'm the +1. Maybe maybe the +15. But I like that +15 spot. It doesn't go back. It stays perfect.
Stay right there, just far enough back.
Next year I'll just when we walk in or whatever, I'll just fade to the back and just keep my place.
My favorite thing that when I saw that picture on Twitter when it first popped up, it said Tom Brady arrives at the Kentucky Derby with entourage, and it was a picture of you. Yeah, like security,
+1, +2, +8 doesn't really matter.
Just be entourage.
So it was a lot. There wasn't the party the night before. There wasn't. There wasn't like the red carpet when you go in. And I'm not saying I go on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Obviously Brady or whoever else is with them that
you wave
is
from the
on.
background.
I just walk right by. I was like, I'll see you up there.
Catch you later.
I'll get you a mint julep when you get up there.
Exactly.
So we were in a different spot this year too because we were in a box.
Right.
And usually we're in like a club level
and it's
type
like
area, and it's like a terrace.
Right.
So you walk out of the club with all the bar,
and you
whatever,
can be with lots of different people,
and they have tables set up all along. That backstretch.
Right.
Is it the backstretch or no the front?
No, the home.
The home
stretch.
Home stretch. Front stretch.
Quarter pole.
But it's the front stretch,
quarter
back
pole.
stretch. Yeah.
All
along the home
why aren't we
stretch.
asking Max? Max is the equestrian guru. Do you get excited for the Kentucky Derby, Max? Or?
Not one bit.
So
I was
you
an
were
equestrian,
more,
not a jockey.
So you were like a jumper, not a racer.
Jumping.
Got it.
Yeah, but still, you got to like the horses, right?
Yeah.
You
I love horses.
You got to be a fan of the horses. So why wouldn't you want to watch them run? Why wouldn't you get excited about that?
I think as a kid watching them, it was the emotion in me watching them getting whipped.
Oh.
I didn't like it as a kid. Nah.
Did you watch the Derby?
No. I
Really?
couldn't tell you right now if you asked me who won. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you other than soup and sandwich.
I was gonna we're
Soup
gonna
and-
use a
soup and-
title for this episode: equestrian expert and horse expert, Max McVeigh. I guess we can't use that now, Max.
We bring in a lot of experts.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's different, but yeah, usually you can mingle with a lot of people, and you meet a lot of interesting people, a lot of famous people, or whatever that you never probably would have had a chance to meet.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people go year after year, so
Yep.
you sort of develop a friendship with a lot of those people.
This is what I was going to ask. This is my last question on this. There's probably
are you
some
sure?
more.
No,
No,
there's
there's a
probably
couple
some
more actually. But who was that? Did you see any celebrities down there? Did you see any big names? I mean, you're with a couple big names, but like, and you're a big name yourself, Dan. But were there the box beside you was?
Oh,
do you know?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, you know what? I was talking with a group, a couple of my buddies, and this guy came in, and I knew I recognized him. So he came over. He ended up talking with us, but he only gave a first name. He's like Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there the whole time. You know how your mind's just, I know you.
Yeah.
I just got to place you, or I got to get a last name or something
Hemsworth.
like that. No, and I probably wouldn't have. I would have known him, but
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have known the last name until he said it. Right?
Chris.
You'll never guess it.
Hanson.
But then then about 20 minutes later or something, we're in another group, and someone knew he was meeting, so he finally said, "Hey, my name's Chris Pronger."
Yep.
And then I looked down, I was like, I knew
Yeah.
it. It was just one of those like, God damn, you were a hell of a player.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Pronger was the second overall pick in the NHL draft. He won like the MVP in like
Avalanche?
90. I don't think maybe Edmonton. Maybe
I
he
feel like
was.
he played for the Avalanche.
He's
for some
from
reason.
Canada.
The hockey.
just
Hennessy's going
played
to
for.
scream at us for this. We
He
don't
played
know.
forever. I remember playing him. Remember the old like NHL.
Edmonton.
It was Edmonton.
Okay.
Thank
Yep.
you. One for me.
Yeah, there you go.
See, you want to do a trivia question on this stuff?
No, I don't. I don't.
The NHL '97 or something like that.
Yep.
Like that
Great game.
old Nintendo 64
All you did
or
was
whatever.
you had I think they call it a toe drag. You just toe drag the whole time and then swoop.
You go one timers and then you come across
Yeah, all the way
the
across.
center of the ice, and you
dragging-
go to whatever way you're
Yeah,
going. That's the way you go to the net, and you score every time.
Every time.
It's amazing. So I remember playing that game with him back then. But really nice guy, really cool to meet him. One of those guys that, I mean, he's the Hall of Famer. If he's not
Yeah.
already, he will be.
Okay, plane experience. So when you're leaving that tarmac, how many planes on that tarmac? It's crazy.
You know
right?
what that is? That's the coolest thing. I actually probably should look back through my photos because I've taken a few photos over the
Yeah.
years of all the private jets that
It's
land there
nuts.
in that airfield. But that was the big thing that you realized how different this year was.
It wasn't as many.
It was not as many.
Really?
And when you land, I mean, usually it's like a parking lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when I was playing for Lexington,
that thing was not what the same. And that was like, oh shit, COVID.
crazy.
There you go.
When I was playing for Lexington, we had Keeneland right there. Which if there's going to be a fourth large horse race, Keeneland is that's an awesome spot. Breeders' Cup has been there before, I think. A couple other things and big events there. And the Lexington airport would be loaded out with planes on their events. We actually would have away games during like race season, like when they would have it, because you couldn't have both things going on. In the town. It was wild.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
I remember, I think there's a couple events that are like this, right? I mean, you got the Super Bowl, you've got the Masters, you've got the Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
That those tarmacs are loaded out with
I was
planes.
talking to the pilot before we left, and he said the Super Bowl and this one are
Biggest.
probably two of the biggest. I mean, I remember coming out of there years ago, and you'd have to sit in the parking lot. Like, you'd wait your turn or whatever, and you wouldn't get out for like an hour and a half.
So you flew back.
Flew back.
Same day. Flew down, Derby, flew back.
Yep.
Same day.
Same day. And
Went to
then
dinner.
Went to dinner.
Yep.
Quick stop in New York, and then came home.
Yep. Had a nice steak.
Yeah, it was good. But like I said, but it's just good seeing these guys because we don't get together that often. And a lot of them aren't playing football or never played football. They're just friends that I, became friends with.
Well,
And
a lot of you guys have been out of football for 10 years.
I'm going to say,
you
it's
know?
one of those things like, hey, you want to go down there and, I want to, represent Squad Locker. I wanted the lapel. You blew that. He blew that. That was like, hey, let's
searched
get it
everywhere. Yeah, we asked Max.
You tried to break freaking.
So then I tried to break one of the tag things that you have the ID strip on. I almost made a great one. I almost had it, and I ended up ruining it.
That would have been perfect.
Oh yeah, but it would have looked like a wheel on his jacket. Yeah. Show that to the camera, Max.
Does everybody like my pocket watch?
We almost put that. Yeah, we almost put that on Dan's jacket. It would have ruined the outfit for you.
But it's also you want to respect everybody's privacy and allow them to have a good time. But there's guys down there trying to market stuff and do all that thing, and I get that. But you just try to do it in the best way possible.
You threw a sticker on the thing, took a great picture.
Did.
We'll throw that up, Max. So it's that way we could say, hey, Squad Lockers down at the Derby today.
They were there.
So past our prime. We didn't get past our prime sticker down there, but
do we have a sticker?
No, we don't. We just have this one thing. We got a low budget.
Imagine me walking in with that sign.
You're walking beside Brady holding that. That would have been great. So I think you probably got some. I know that we got a couple people that are going to come on. Some guests that you had from down there.
I tried to get my buddy on, and
we'll get him.
Oh, we'll talk to him. He's got a bunch of other things going on as well. So that'll be good talk with him.
Question for you, Dan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was there
What's
any
up, Max?
avocado tequila?
Ooh.
No, is that a thing now?
Well, it was a Brady. That's what Brady said on the boat, and then he actually put up a tweet before the Derby that said avocado tequila will be present, I think, or something like that. For the Derby.
I don't know if it was avocado, but there was definitely tequila.
All right, good answer. Good answer.
It didn't taste like avocado. It tasted like normal tequila, really cold.
By that time, it probably tasted like water.
Oh, God, yeah.
It was. Good. All right, so I'm glad you had a fun time.
It was good.
And you got some good gear out of it. Nice
Some golf brands.
Sharp stuff. So
back in the day, I probably would not have liked the logo on the stuff. I'm digging the logo.
Oh, the logo. Well, it's good. It's a cool logo too.
Good logo.
I love Kentucky Derby. I love the Kentucky Derby. It's kind of one of my things. So, topic 2, and
we're good.
Are we through this, Max? Do we have anything else that we want to pressure him on?
That's why my last question.
Let me just have a little bit more popcorn, and then we'll start up. So, what else happened in the week, Dan? Because there was one other big event we talked about, the draft, and the Patriots got my guy.
You're fired up for this.
I said it a long time ago.
No, say it so everybody can hear, and then they can realize you're cheating on Brady right now.
Oh no, never.
Say it.
Never.
Say it.
Well, I said we've got a new Brady, basically,
right.
Mac Jones. He's very much. I hate even saying this, a young Brady. Brady at the Derby looked like he could have played for 15 more years. He looks like he's 21. So, can we trade back? There's still that feeling where we're still picking him. Is there going to be a trade? Are we going to get him back? Somehow, can this happen? But Mac Jones, very excited about that. We talked about quarterbacks and everything for a while and talked about the draft. I was happy to see that the Patriots actually selected somebody in the first round, and it was a real deal thing.
I was hoping they were actually just going to move back.
Oh my God! I would have been so
just
angry
for the sheer fun of it, and just seeing the whole media from Boston just go absolutely apeshit.
So I will say, Belichick loves Saban and Alabama, right?
Oh, there's no doubt.
Boy, does he just draft everybody from there?
Why wouldn't you like that program?
It's a replica of the NFL.
Yeah, it's
Patriots,
a replica. It's
right?
like two of the same coaching styles, right? So these kids are used to being pushed,
right?
And they're used to be hey, you got to be here, you got to be on time.
They're already in a bigger.
If you're not working hard enough, you're gone. I don't care if you're the number one recruit or not. If you're not doing it, you're gone. It doesn't matter. It's about performance on the field. It's a great place to get people from.
They're already in a bigger environment in Alabama than they're going to any place in the NFL almost, right?
Yeah. I would say the craze around Alabama football might be more than New England.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. College football down there is nuts. But Mac Jones, look at 4 years, he's had to go through some hardships. He's had to sit behind Hurts 2 years ago, Tua last year, and then he played the second half of the season when Tua got hurt, but
came in and just throws strikes. He is super accurate.
Don't you
very, very Brady like? They kept showing the body pictures.
Look at you. I'm gonna ask the baseball, but out of all those quarterbacks, all those quarterbacks are probably deserve to be where they deserve to go where they were drafted, right?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think there's any surprises.
They're all great athletes. They're all good players. I hope they're all successful or whatever. But just specifically for the Patriots and that offense that they run,
that's the guy.
I don't think there's a better fit out there.
No way. That's the guy. That was the guy. And when he kept sliding down, and Fields, I would have loved to have Fields too. So when you're looking at the teams that are drafting and there was quarterbacks left, I'm like, Patriots are going to slide right into one of the two guys that I think all New England would be pumped with.
No, it's exactly what they're looking for, and it's what Brady built this offense to be with the help of the offensive coordinators and the coaching staff and the other players. I get it. It's not just Tom. Line. It's not just Tom out there. I get it. But it was knowing where the football needed to go before the snap, right? Taking care of the football, completions, keep the chains going, get first down, right, and just score and wear that defense out. Mac Jones has that ability.
I'm
mentally, right now, coming in day one to do that.
Does he play first snap of the year?
God, I want him to. Yeah,
I think so.
I hope so. Wouldn't
I'm
you?
wondering. The Cam Newton thing is interesting.
Cam, why?
Why? He's there.
No, you draft that guy. Don't let him sit behind Cam.
Yeah,
then you're gonna have to run two different offenses,
two totally different quarterbacks.
Two quarterbacks. Yep. One can't throw it,
and one can't.
One
run.
can't.
So,
I'd rather have the guy that can throw it. He's a quarterback, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm pumped about it. I mean, it led me to draft day, right? And we haven't really dug into this that much with you. I mean, everybody knows the Brady draft story, like sitting there and going for a walk, right, with his parents, 6th round. What were you, 5th, 4th round, 5th round?
Yeah.
How'd they do it then? Was it 2 days of draft? This is the question. This is the damn question day.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm the guest on here.
I turned to my seat.
This is very uncomfortable right now.
So 2 days? I think it was 2 days then. No,
it was 2.
Okay,
so it was 2 because I think they did first and second round on the first day, and then 3 through 7 on the second.
Got it. So it was day 2 for you.
Day 2.
Were you doing anything crazy?
No, not crazy. I was down. My parents had moved down to North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I went down there, obviously, for the draft. I wasn't invited to New York. I thought I was going to get that invite, but it never happened. Yeah. I wasn't the +1 for that one.
Who was the first overall pick that year? Do you remember?
Yeah, Carson Palmer.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah.
We went down there. It was good. We went down there, or I went down there, and we ended up playing golf at Pinehurst. Either that. Was it Saturday
maybe that morning?
Sunday, or was it Saturday, Sunday draft? Yeah, probably. It wasn't a Friday
Now
night.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday's
right, but now it's prime time.
Yep.
So I think they went Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
So we either played golf on Friday or Saturday. I think we ended up playing on Saturday because I didn't think I was going in the first 2 rounds or whatever. So Sunday came, and it's a long day, 3 through 7. You get calls from a lot of different people.
Yeah.
Like Cincinnati, I think, had the first pick in the 3rd round that year. They call the night before, the day of, and like, we're going to take you with the first pick. Shit changes, right?
Oh, yeah.
It just changes all the time.
Yep.
Trade back, don't take them, lie to them, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Everything works out in the end, but they don't pick you. And then you're going. Then you hear from like another team 15 picks later, like, we're going to take you. It got so long, and we're having like a barbecue, a pig roast, pig picking. At my family's house.
Is that a thing? That's what they call it? Pig picking?
Pig roast.
Pig picking?
Pig picking. You know when you get the you get the big grill out there, and
the pig's turning.
You split the pig. It's probably but split it and cook it out there. And so basically you can go up to the pig and just pick out. So pig picking.
Pig picking. Okay. So you're doing that.
We're doing that, but then the day sort of gets late.
Well, then you're
still not.
And you're still kind of working. You're getting calls.
You're still not picked. It's not a lot of calls at that point, but there's calls here, and you're talking to your agent. Hey, this one might take you, but then you're also drinking. Drinking. By the end of like the 5th round, it's just like, oh, these people are here. It's not going, the way you thought. You thought maybe 2nd to 5th or 4th or whatever. I was upstairs by myself at that point because I was getting a little frustrated. And we had DirecTV upstairs and regular cable downstairs, so there was a delay. And then I could hear my family screaming or like cheering downstairs.
Yep.
And it wasn't like, hey, when you get to the 5th round pick, the commissioner or anybody's coming. They're not coming on saying, your
No,
name
they're
on
rattling
TV.
names off.
Kuiper or whoever the hell else is talking. They're just talking about like the first round still.
Yeah.
So you're just watching the ticker at this point.
Yeah.
So I hear the roar, and then sure enough, I see my name come across the ticker with New England, and that was a big relief. My buddy got drafted. The quarterback from BC, who was my roommate and stuff, he got drafted with the next pick.
Back to back.
He went to Pittsburgh, where I grew up. I grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He goes to Pennsylvania. I go to Mass, where he grew up, and we went back-to-back picks,
Nice.
which was kind of cool.
So you get picked, and then you're there the next week? You taking off in a week from there or not? Like, 'cause right now, I mean, you see Mac Jones is there that night.
Well, hey,
You know.
that's a first rounder.
I get it. But
Hey, Ty Warren was the first round draft pick of the Pats that year.
Yeah.
He was there the next day too.
right.
I was waiting for instructions on when to come in.
Yeah, you're waiting for the bus ticket.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, I was the same. So in
Yeah,
the
what happened-
baseball draft, I was in the 12th round.
But
and I had
that's
some
good for
picks.
the baseball draft, right?
Yeah, there's 40 rounds in the baseball draft. There's actually 50, and they've shrunk it down. There's lots of different things. So like with me, there's the first round
Is there
was
different
still
drafts
in the same day.
Is it like hockey where there's two different
No,
drafts,
same
or
draft.
just one draft?
Same draft?
But you can go back in.
No.
No.
You get picked. You have to either sign
Yep.
or you don't sign one or the other. So like if I'm
But
a
if
junior,
you wanted to play, the team has those rights. Regardless,
for a
there's
year.
one draft.
For a year. Yep.
Yeah,
for
for
1 year.
But
You
what
can't
about after
wait.
that?
After that, it's a new draft. You're just out. You're out, and you can get drafted again by a
You
different
can
team.
go back in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So but the rights have to go past.
Right, I get you.
So
Yeah.
if you get drafted in high school, a lot of people go to college, and then once they're in college, then they get drafted again. But it's not by the same team. The same team could draft you.
Yeah.
But it's totally different. So my year, I think they still had the first round. They did the first through 15th round, I think, day one, if I remember accurately. And then after that,
What do
they're
they
rattling
start at,
off
like
names.
8 in the morning?
Noontime. But it
Jesus.
goes. It's not like there's 10 minutes on the clock
Yeah,
in
that's
baseball.
annoying.
It's like teams. There's so many teams, so many players, so many scouts, cross checkers. It's like fast. The
They know
first
who they
round is
want.
like 2-minute time slots, and then after that, it's like. I mean, mine was read on a radio wave, basically, where it's like
AM or FM?
it was like pick 3. I can't remember, like 360 or something. It's like pick 360. Fairchild, Thomas, P, Maine.
And then the next one was
Astros.
rattled off in 30 seconds.
Like right after, like you got to be paying attention. So you get a call actually before it. Same type of thing. But I remember the same. It's just it's awesome when you get the call.
No, it's good.
And football
Coach and the owner?
It is usually your like the head scout a lot of times in baseball. Like once you get down further in rounds, like first round, I'm sure it's probably still GM. So it's usually the like the national cross checker or national scout that will call you and be like, hey, we're taking you with the next pick. Sometimes it's a scout that ended up submitting you
Right.
to do it because they feel like, hey, they found you, they're the thing. Like they call you up. So, and then they show up the next
they want
day.
some props.
They come to your house the next day and sit
they
down.
do?
And yeah, Yep.
Right away.
the scout that signs you.
Oh, okay.
Yep, within a day or two, they come out.
The no negotiation, just here it is.
You can negotiate,
Just-
but it's hilarious because they sit down, they go, here's a number, here's what it is. You have some leverage if you're a junior in college. Like, so I was a junior in college because I could just go back
I would
to
think
school.
you would have some leverage if you're a pitcher too.
You have,
Like it's kind of like
there's
the
a
old,
lot of arms.
It's kind of like the
Yeah.
old quarterback thing where, hey, like Sam Darnold. Remember he's like signing $50 million guarantees. So if you're a top pick, everything's slotted in that draft, and it's probably slotted.
Baseball's slotted for the first 5 rounds. Well, 10. It might even be 10 rounds now because what was happening was.
Well, there's too many guys. Then it's standardized.
No,
after
but
that,
you'd
probably.
get you could draft somebody in the 10th round that nobody thought would leave high school. Like, they're like, okay, this person is definitely going to Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna they're not gonna go play Major League Baseball. They're going to college. You come in late 10th round and somebody goes, I'll give you 1.5
Right.
if you don't go to college. Right? They eliminated that. They got rid of that in baseball.
They tried to blow it up.
Yeah. So they tried to put the they actually regulated now. People get a ton of money still in a lot of rounds, but you weren't going to have that wild case of like an 8th rounder that got like 1.8. You know what I mean?
See, the NFL doesn't. They don't do that. Everything
Yeah.
is like slotted. It's like, all right, Pick number 52 last year was this.
Yep.
Pick number 54 was this year,
Yep.
was this, or last
Yep.
year was this. Your number 53, that was last year. Here's the 10% or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
Yeah, it's much different.
Except
there.
if you're a quarterback. I mean, for some reason, we all know why they're most important position out on that field. If you get a quarterback, they can probably go above a little
Right.
bit at some point,
Right.
get a little bit more.
So I was in a high enough round that it's not just a soup and sandwich to bring back the horse. It's enough to live for a little
Nice.
bit, you know.
There you
But
go.
at the same time, it's like they come in, they sit down, they're going to negotiate with you and stuff, and then like you like try to play a little bit of hardball, and like they pretend to go outside on the phone and come back and be like, yeah, here's what it is, you know. And then I remember just going in the back, like with my dad, I was like, do I sign or like do I go back to school? And he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm signing, you know. And that was
That's it.
Yeah,
And junior year, done.
yeah.
Graduate? Did you go
Well,
back?
I went back and finished.
Online?
Yeah. No, I went back to school. Went back. I would
In
come
the
back
off season,
late.
and you go in the off
Yeah,
season.
I came back late. I have to get like an exemption from some professors, and then finish. It took me 3 semesters, 3 fall semesters
To do
after
one.
that. To do 1
Okay.
year. Yeah, to get 1 year.
I'm
done,
glad
so.
you went back. Smart move.
1% of there's a crazy number here, and Major League Baseball has a huge scholarship fund. Like you want to talk about easy money? All you have to do is ask for, like when you get drafted early and you have school left, like it could be masters, like whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can get that money easy.
Yep.
That's like, hey, I'm leaving, but I need to make sure that I have every penny covered for school after.
Right.
And they're like, no problem.
Yep. No, it makes sense.
Amount of guys that use that is like 1%.
Oh.
It's
That-
crazy low.
That's not shocking either.
Crazy, crazy, crazy low.
Yeah, I believe
Like,
it.
it's wild.
I want to
So-
say the NFL has the same thing. I'd never
Yeah.
really looked into it because I got my degree. But yeah, they have that scholarship.
Oh,
That's
sorry to brag.
Hey, I didn't leave early. If I would have left early, I would have had to gone back. And I'm not even.
I've got mine.
I'm not even joking. I don't know. I might not have been that 1% to go.
Did you
to go
walk
back.
at graduation? Did you go to graduation?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Well, I ended up going.
did not.
I went 5 years at Boston College, and then I graduated in 4. So I played the 5th year. So I wasn't.
Yeah,
out
that's
or
when
whatever.
you didn't go to class. Like that. You know what I mean?
It was a graduate program.
Yeah.
There were night classes. Sometimes they were hard to
Yeah,
get
street
to.
sweeping. You're like,
It was, I don't think it would have been. It wasn't the right graduate program for me. I was just thinking long term. If I was going to do it over again, I would have chose something different, or I would have done better in school.
you took intro to dance.
That's what I really wish I did better in school and concentrated more on that. Going back and thinking about it.
It is funny how you think about that now.
'Cause
I think about the same thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit, I wish I would have paid more attention to
Yeah.
like, the time value of money and like economics and like stuff.
Yep.
And that way I could just know what I'm doing more.
Yeah.
I'd love to have taken a class on just like learning how to like pay your bills and do stuff easier because we don't teach that.
Yeah, it's amazing when you don't pay attention to stuff that doesn't pertain to you at that point, but then you get 15 years later and you're not playing that sport
Yeah.
anymore. It's like, oh, wait a minute, this
was
stuff
valuable.
this could come in handy right now.
Exactly. What was that equation again? Yeah, I know what you mean. So, yeah, so Derby, draft. I mean, those are some topics right there, Max. I mean, I don't even know what we have coming up. We've got a couple guests coming that I know we're getting an MMA fighter coming on, which is a really, really cool story. We've wanted to talk to a fighter, especially since we talked to Rut when he's like, imagine your job is going in somewhere to get beat up. Like that's a tough deal. So, and we've got some more coming. So,
Yeah.
what else? You want to cover anything else?
Do you want to do our ad read or no?
Oh God, yeah, jeez. 2 ad reads. Well, we did the Summit Brands ad read, but we are again staying busy right now at Squad Locker.
Well, you're trying to.
I don't need this. I don't need.
right,
Max tried to
let's see.
hand us the marketing thing. Like
I got the look like the hey, get that over.
just rip that up. Do you need to read this, Dan?
No, I think it starts out if you're
Okay.
a coach.
Well, I mean, 3 verticals here: schools, sports organizations. So it could be youth sports or companies.
Yep.
Those are our 3 big things. Direct to player, direct to member, direct to employee shipping, just like an Amazon type experience.
if
Our
you can-
fulfillment is unbelievable.
If you can order on Amazon, you can order on Squad Locker.
There you go. It's a good way to put it. So
Hey, you want one
direct
of
to your house.
you want one of something, not 20. You don't have to buy 20.
You don't have to. There's
no
no
more
minimums.
bulk, no minimums. Although we do bulk. We can do bulk.
We can do it. But right now the world's changing. Like people want one, and they want to put the onus on people to go purchase that and ship it to their house.
Oh, here's a perfect example. My kid, who can't remember anything or loses everything, gets this nice new maroon baseball hat, right? Mm-hmm. He's got one maroon one and then one white one with black or maroon or something for his little league. He didn't even wear it to a game or a practice.
No idea where it is.
He lost it before the season even started. Yep. Guess what? They used a place that store closed. Can't get another one. If we were at Squad Locker, I could have just went right online.
Bang.
Hey, I want one more of those. It would have been there in less than 2 weeks.
You could have done it when you were in the box at the Derby. It's that easy. You'd have been like, oh, he doesn't have his hat. Hang on. Boom. Let me get that. Ship it to the house. It'll be there when I get home. We're good to go.
I just want one.
That's what we take care of. Custom online stores. You can mix sublimated, printed, embroidered items in there. We also have got a pretty cool new way that we're printing shirts. We don't want to spill the beans here, but we've got some cool stuff that we're doing with some shirts that you can have a little bit more design, a little more distressed type look to some stuff. On demand, seamless process from preseason to your championship run.
I see you reading right now.
I wore my regular glasses today, but they're kind of throwing my eyeballs off a little bit. So from preseason to your championship season run, buy stuff anytime, and then in the off season as well.
Never closes.
Check out squadlocker.com/suitup. Suit up just like Dan did at the Derby to learn more. And it says, and now on with the show, Max. But I'm just gonna scratch that part out. And now wait for next week, and we'll be back soon.
If I remember anything else, I'll tell you next week.
I'm excited for it. I just had a pleasure talking to you today, Dan. Like today was fun.
This is the last time I do this.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Not the last Derby.
No, I'm just saying the last time.
Oh, the last time that I interrogate you.
Yeah, the last time you're peppering me with questions.
All right, so next time we'll see who's coming up. So follow the Instagram too, right? Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, we'll
follow
throw
the
some pictures
Instagram
up there
at Past Our Prime Show. We'll have some good stuff from the Derby that we throw up there. See you next time.
Past Our Prime is brought to you by Squad Locker. Squad Locker is your one-stop shop for custom team apparel, delivered right to your front door. Learn more by visiting squadlocker.com.